Hi, this video is on how to fix an indicator if you accidentally put it in incorrectly. So down here under behavior and attendance, if I want to grade that, number one, you can see that I can't see everything off to the side really well. If I want to make it so that I can see that better, I can just hold down the control key and roll back one and it shrinks text down a little bit so that it fits on the page. But the problem here is that I picked the wrong scale for attendance. I picked the OAT scale instead of the attendance scale, and if I was to go into my scales, I can't fix it. If I go to the setup for the grade book and I say, oh, I just did that indicator wrong and I want to go and edit that indicator and I want to fix my attendance, you see it's on the OAT scale and there's no way to change that. The scale can't be changed. There it is. The scale can't be changed as long as it's being used in anything. So I have to go back, and the first thing I have to do is I have to delete that behavior and attendance one that I just made. So I'm going to go and hit and make it active and say behavior and attendance. Unfortunately, the only way to fix it is to delete it. So I'm going to delete that activity, and then I'm going to go into my gradebook setup and go to indicators and go to edit indicators, and now when I go down here to attendance, I can click on there to edit, and because it's not being used anywhere, I can switch the scale, but it is still being used somewhere. And I didn't notice this. It says warning, activity deletion in progress. Some grades are about to be removed. Until that goes away on its own, it means it hasn't taken effect yet, which takes like 2 minutes for the cron job to run. I think it runs every 2 minutes, or it might even be every 5 minutes. When that goes away on its own, I will be able to go in and edit this. So I'm going to have to wait for that to go away in order to change the scale. So I'm going to pause it for a second until that goes away and come back. Okay, now that that went away, you can also notice that I have the delete button there. I don't need to delete them, I just need to fix them. So I'm going to go to edit, and now I'm going to go down here. You can see under scale, I can pick the attendance scale. Unfortunately, the whole problem is it looks like the attendance scale, I forgot to make it. That's the subject of another video. I'll go do that one now. Okay, back over here. Now that there is an attendance scale, I can pick attendance, and I get save changes, and now when I go into my class and I add behavior and attendance down here at the bottom, and by the way, let me go through the act of adding one. So I'm going to add behavior and attendance, and I'm going to go down here. I'm going to undo submissions because there's no submissions. I'm going to undo feedback because there's no feedback. I'm going to undo grade because there's no grade. And then I'm going to go down to indicators, and I'm going to pick those two new indicators that I just added of behavior and attendance. So now when I save and display, and I go to grade those students, number one, you can look how much narrower this is right now because I undid the feedback and I undid the grade. Those columns don't exist now, so now I've got more room. In fact, I don't have to be zoomed in anymore to see my see my width. You can see I'm back to full screen and it only goes all the way over here. Now my behavior is that master progressing limited, and my attendance is now the scale that goes from 100 down to 75 minus on my attendance. So I have to go through all that in order to fix it if I didn't set the right scale in the first place.